Ark Survive Evolved is a game I have played for years on end, and it's one of the funnest games I still play to this day. But at one point, it wasn't always like this. Ark for me just wasn't too fun at all. No, it wasn't because I had played single player only. No, it wasn't all the bugs and glitches within the game. No, it was how I personally was playing the game. When I first started playing Ark, I had seen countless videos of people fighting the bosses and beating the game, which I wanted to try out for myself. I would spawn on the island and immediately try to tame a high level trike so I could progress through the game easier and quickly. Once I did that, I would start trying to gain as many resources and tames as possible for late game. I would tame high level berries to do every cave. The only flyer I would ever get was the RG because why get anything else? To defeat the bosses, I would only use Theris and Rexes because they were the best. I would build square bases, speedrun every cave, and do every boss as quickly as possible. And this would continue on forward to my adventures on Scorched Earth, where I beat the map in just the first 3 days of ever playing the map. It was here I was starting to feel a bit of a weird feeling on how I was playing the game, but I initially shrugged it off. However, everything changed when I played Aberration for the first time. I had done everything I needed to try myself at Rockwell. With me and my Rocktrick and Megalosaurus army, I fought Rockwell, and lost. Now, I wasn't hurt about this loss as I was playing on single player, which meant I could just roll back the world to where I saved before I had fought Rockwell. But there was a problem. Unlike every other time I had done this, the world wouldn't load. And soon I realized it was because it had gotten corrupted somehow. And all the time I had put in Ark for the past 3 months was gone. But I knew this was a risk I took doing this trick every time, and instead of being sad or angry, I was somehow at peace, reflecting how much progress I had made as a player, for being a beach rat who ran away from Dalos to being the Overseer. When I look back on the memories I have of Ark, I realized it wasn't the big moments like prepping and defeating for bosses that I remember, but the fun I had along the way. I mutated my RG and Rex to get colors I thought were cool. In the moment, I thought this was a waste of time, but did it anyway because I wanted to. Looking back, I realized mutating my creatures wasn't just for aesthetics, but for fun. It didn't make me progress the Ark faster, in fact it probably slowed me down, but it was fun to do, and that's why I did it. And so were all the seemingly other small moments I had when playing the game, like trying caving on a parasaur, trying to find all the explorer notes, and taming every creature not because they were extremely useful, but because I wanted to. And I realized that feeling I had when being Scorched Earth was emptiness. My journey to being the Manticore wasn't filled with fun adventures or interesting ideas, but arbitrary tasks I had put on myself to beat the game. I had to defeat the caves as soon as I could. I had to go tame Rexes right away, and had to get endgame armor before starting to explore and experience the early game. I had come to the realization I was making Ark more of a chore to do than a video game to play, which was supposed to be a little distraction in my day from the chores I had to do in my life. So, I made a change. Granted the perfect opportunity to start fresh thanks to all my old worlds being gone, I spawned in as a new survivor, punched a tree, and tamed a level 15 Dilo. The Overseer probably thought I was going crazy, because I sort of was. Throughout my journey, I would mutate all my favorite tames, build bases not for practical reasons or because they were near resources, but because I wanted to build an aesthetically pleasing base that was on a location I thought was cool, like the beach. I made challenges for myself like could I beat the lava cave with just 6 mutated Dilos, or could I survive living in the swamp, and many, many more things. I of course still did the bosses and caves, but they were more fun now. Instead of speedrunning them, I would naturally get to the point where I could do them, and also wanted to do them. Being the guardian of the Ark was still the goal, but it felt more like an adventure filled with life and fun, rather than a barren journey where the destination was just the end of the journey, and not a continuation. If you take anything away from this video, it's to have fun when you're trying to have fun. Whether that be in Ark, video games, or in life. Life is already stressful and complicated enough. Let's make sure to have fun when playing some of our favorite video games.